Well, a flood protection project in talks for half a century is finally near reality in the river parishes.
Crews and government leaders held an official groundbreaking today in St. John the Baptist Parish. That's where we find Harrison Golden, who's live. And Harrison, there is a lot of money involved in this. Can you tell us, where is it all going?
Oh yeah, Trevor's a lot of money indeed. This $760 million network of levees, walls, and pumping stations, well, it will be spanning 3 river parishes, St. James, St. Charles, and right here in St. John. That's where the groundbreaking happened, of course, right behind me at the reserve boat launch just this morning. It all happened with one goal in mind: relief when storms hit.
When it rains, we have a lot of water that accumulates in our front and rear yard.
Eric Keller first moved to St. James Parish 10 years ago. Within months, Hurricane Isaac came to the doors of 7,000 homes, including his.
It hasn't improved. Even though there's been homes erected in the area, it's gotten worse.
Every time that happens, homeowners and business owners, they have to make the decision, am I going to stay in this area, especially if I've suffered damage? Am I going to rebuild again?
But no longer, says Governor John Bel Edwards. He and a who's who of parish, state, and federal leaders are celebrating the start of a flood reduction project and the end of a long wait.
This should have been done after Hurricane Betsy. This project's been talked about for 50 years.
I mean, a project that was authorized in 1972. Here we are in 2021, and we finally have the funding necessary to build this project.
The Army Corps of Engineers will pay the project's cost up front. The state will have 30 years to repay roughly a third of that. St. John Parish President Jacqueline Hotard says that's money well spent.
This is the protection that you've been asking for so long, not only for our businesses, but for our residents who flooded as well in Hurricane Isaac.
As for Keller, he'll believe the project's value when he sees fewer floods. Until then, he'll wait.
And I just hope that the people who are in charge, they can come together and do what's necessary for the citizens, especially those who are paying taxes.
So those levees, walls, and stations will all set to be finished up by 2024. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to hear why the governor's chief coastal advisor says this project here, well, it's not just important on its own merits, but it's also a blueprint, perhaps for some future flood mitigation projects to come, especially when it comes to those lower parishes a little bit closer to the bottom near Louisiana's coast. But for now, reporting live in St. John Parish, Harrison Golden, WDSU News.